What's going on, world? This is the 100 TV. Right now, I got to talk to y'all about a couple of things, man. First and foremost, I want to say shout out to anybody all technical difficulties. Today's crazy. It's Wild Out Wednesday. We back. I know y'all can hear me now. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, we back at it. It's Truth Wednesdays. That's all I'm going to say. This is time in the making as I bring it up here on this screen. We battling with technical. That's how you know it's going to be a good one. When you got 16 difficulties in the first minute and 13 seconds, you know it's going to be a good one. Now this has been a long time in the making. We actually crossed paths. I think we messaged back and forth about a podcast or something along the lines of that. A few back. She's always supported me. I've always supported her podcast, her platform. Looks like she cooks some fire food too. If I was in VA, I buy me a dish. You know, you don't often get the opportunity to kind of get people that you know admire or respect in your lane to come over to your platform. But I got the opportunity, so I wanted to do that just today. I ain't gonna hesitate too much longer. I'm gonna go ahead and allow you to introduce yourself before we get in. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the world.
Hello, 100 TV. What's going on? It's your girl TSpills here. It's just such an honor to grace this platform today. Like he said, it's such a gift to be in the presence of somebody that you admire, because I admire him as well. Like he said, our continuous support amongst each other has been super dope, and we don't even know each other, but just energy don't lie. Like, energy does not lie. It really reveals itself. And when a person is able to maintain that same level of energy throughout the duration of you knowing a person, that's even more dope and genuine. And so I just am very appreciative to be here, that you would want to talk to your girl T. That's super dope.
I had to get you up here. I listen to you. I watch your podcast. I repost your stuff. People are catching on more and more. It seems like every week. So that's what's up. Everybody else needs to catch on. We were talking before we hopped on here, and I said, man, a lot of people talking, but only few got something to say. So I'm always, and I listen. Like I said, I listen. I pay attention to anybody that's got a platform. Two things. Use this as an example, man. The internet's here to network. It's to meet other dope people in different states, different parts of the globe. It's to help each other highlight what y'all do, what the mission is, because we both on the same path. We got our own
Yep.
platform. Today we this one right here, this Truth Wednesdays with TSpills on E100 TV. You know, one of the things you just like how I tied that in there. You didn't even know what I was gonna title that, but
I like it.
but your grind. You know what I'm saying? I just want to start off by talking about your grind. I don't really pay attention to too many people's Facebook pages. That's just being honest. But if something catches my attention, like a podcast, then I'll be like, dang, I wonder what else you do. You know what I'm saying? So I seen you post stuff like that, quote stuff, these things. But the grind is real. What's the motive behind the grind? Like, I want to go straight into what's the background, where you from, what like
Okay.
here.
Well, my name is TSpills. Really Tiara. TSpills is my name. Tiara Chantel Provide, for those who don't know. So that is TSpills, because I bring the eels. I try to come to heal. That was the whole hint of the name TSpills. Because TSpills really is me. I'm a young girl from Detroit, Michigan, raised in Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm my mother's eldest child, so I've always been a go-getter. I've always been the support system in the backbone. So my grind and my hustle is innate. I come from a line of hustlers. Like, everybody has something going on.
That's what it is. That's what it. My wife's from Detroit.
That's what it is that D feel
All
for
her,
you.
all her family showed me love. All them hustlers. I'm from Chicago, so we all.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Midwest.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good. We build it. It's all right.
Yeah.
Look, so like I said, I come from a long line of hustlers. So the hustle been in my blood. I just took it to a different level. Um, when you become an age, right? Time restraints. So time was ticking. And even though I have a lot of educational background, I have no degree, believe it or not. I've been to school for a long time. I'm not even going to tell you how long because I should have about 5 degrees. But I've been going back and forth to school for forever, never got a degree, right? So I was like, well, what am I doing with myself?
Right.
You know, I'm a woman. At the time I was 35. I don't have no career. What am I about to do? I got these kids. What am I going to do with myself? So I was working on 9 to 5. I've always been a hustler though. I've always had an entrepreneurship mentality. I've always, even since I was a little kid, my first job was delivering newspapers, walking dogs. Like I've always had that mentality of how I'm gonna make some money. And yes, I've worked for work since I was like 14 also. But like I said, I did all of that. I had nothing to show for it. So as time is approaching and I'm feeling like my clock is running out, my hand got forced. And all the little things that I was taking to supplement my income, all the little things I was doing to stay afloat, I was like, you know what? If I put all my 100% energy into this, I can make this thing float. So I said, you know what? The pandemic came and I was forced to.
That's
I was forced to. I had no choice. I
that's what
can't
I
sit down. I can't lay down.
that's what I was gonna ask you. How much did 2020? How much was that a wake up call? Was that like
It was it was the confirmation. Cause like I said, before 20, I'm gonna say like 2016, really 2015 is when I really, really started being serious about myself, right? Well, for that level of seriousness. So that's when I really started doing the mobile food service. I started bootlegging, to be honest, because I wanted to move from out the project. So I was like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do. So I did that for a whole year straight, no other income. That's all I did. I moved out the projects, got me a house, boom. So I started working again, of course. I was in a relationship at the time, so it wasn't as heavy on me. So, you don't do as much when it's not as heavy on you. I wish I would have had the mindset I have now, but everything has a purpose. Um, and the pandemic really was a blessing for me because it propelled me. It forced my hand. That's what it did for me. It took what I already had in place and made me elevate it. And I think it did the same thing for a lot of people, for real, because as you can see, the products of after the pandemic is so many entrepreneurs, it's so many people doing great things, doing things they would have never done pre-pandemic because it was no either wasn't the funds available or they won't,
yeah,
assure of themselves or whatever. So I thank the pandemic for coming, really. It opened up a door for me. And with the podcast, friends just kept telling me because I build all the time. I always got something good to say. They call me a preacher. They call me a lot of stuff. So they said, you know what, you should need to do something. Like this one friend I had, big shout out to Lot. He always kept saying, you need to just go ahead, T. Everybody need to hear this because you be saying some real stuff. You just need to tell the people. And I was like, man, nobody want to hear me. I'm not about to do that. I just talk to the people I talk to. And I slept on it for a while. For the whole pandemic. Then my friend came and she took me to Loud. Big shout out to Power by Virginia Network. Took me over there to the Loud House just to support her. And hooked up with Loud and I never left. And I just started the podcast. I stepped out on something that was very uncomfortable for me. Because if you know me, even though I talk good and I'm everywhere, I'm on the scenes, I'm lit, I got great energy, I don't really like public view. I don't like all of that. I really don't, honestly. I mean, it's on the contrary to what people may believe because the way I carry myself when I do it is because I know my life ain't just for me. I've always understood that. My background also is very heavy in spirituality. So I've always understood I had a purpose. I just never knew exactly what that purpose was. So the platform actually allowed me a space to heal from things I needed to heal from. See, while I was out here trying to help other people heal, I healed myself. I have grew myself. I have elevated myself. Everything that I talk about on my
that
podcast and on my platform is a reflection of my life or somebody close to me. I speak only of the things that I have been through. People just don't think that you have been through stuff because of the way you are right now, but you don't know me for real. It takes nothing to put some things on the outside and make you look cute. You don't know what a person dealing
Oh,
with on that inside when they go home and they close them doors and they in them four walls by themselves. You have no idea of how life beat people up, because when you have a good heart like man, people take advantage of you. People misuse you. People misplace you. People step on you. You hear me? When you forgive it, people don't, man, listen. But I thank God because God has let not allowed life, the beating up, the beatings that I've taken from life to shift my heart. My heart is still my heart. So despite of whether I feel right, whether my money ain't right, whether my living arrangements ain't right, whether my lifestyle ain't right, I know that my life ain't just for me. I know God didn't just create me for me for me. He created me because he knew I would speak. Like you said, it's a lot of people talking, but it's only a few people saying something.
you know
He
what?
knew I would be bold enough to speak. And so I think that's why all of that come out to say, that is why I'm doing this. That is the grind. I'm competing against me. I got something to prove to me this
Yeah,
time around.
yeah.
I've been doing so much trying to help it. I got something to prove to me. I'm taking me serious for a change. I never took me serious. I never put me first. Put everybody before me. I was always the back of the line. But I'm not doing that this time around. And I'm sorry if you get offended or if you cannot fit. But I'm really not sorry. Because I got to do it this time. I owe myself everything that I got coming. I owe myself that. You hear me? So every Wednesday, despite of what my life feel like, because it seems like what you just said, every Wednesday something come. Every Wednesday something come. My most hardest day is Wednesdays, dog. I say it's the devil just trying to come get me.
So
Every Wednesday.
why? I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's man, let me tell you, buddy of mine. I ain't gonna put him out there. He missed every bus you could miss. He got late to every appointment, and he's like, man. And I said that it's designed that way because everywhere you think you're supposed to be, that's not where you're supposed to be at. And through that, you're gonna
Come
be
on.
tried. You're gonna go through it, but it's development. People get scared of that part of the process. But anybody to tell you, and you just said it. I ain't doing nothing but back you up. Anybody to tell you when you sincere with people, when you
Come on.
sincere with your mission, your purpose. I ain't gonna go all the way. I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna hold back right there. But when
No, go ahead, say it. You got to speak it. We had
you're
a dialogue. Come on.
sincere with it, you're gonna be tried. Because I put something on my page. It was a repost. Then Sale said, he said, I heard when the devil ignore you, you're doing something wrong. But
Come on.
when you're doing something right, when you start shaking some things up, you start waking some people up. When you get up in the morning, because a lot of times what we don't understand, those are us, the people that care. Like she just said, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. We got our own battles, we got our ups, downs, in betweens, we got family issues, we got everything you can think of. Anything. We got anger issues, but we stay focused and
Oh,
we make a choice. You know what I'm saying? And we make it hopefully, and I'm gonna speak for on both of us and anybody else. We do it in hopes that if you sleep, you wake up. Because we would sleep too.
that. Yep.
You just heard her say, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't until 2015, 2016, and then it was another 4 years till she got put. And I can relate to that. My delay was a little bit longer than that. Because prison, when I first up, was my wake up call, but I had a longer wait than that. I was,
Oh, okay.
you feel, before I could, but I was just waiting. But I had confirmation once I came home. And I came home right in 2020. I came home January 13, 2020. And that's why I asked you that question.
Okay.
Woo, boy, it was a wake up call. And
Wrong
my
it down.
my perspective was a little bit different. I was working, but I was working 16-hour days. I was watching people get $900 unemployment checks. People living good out here, and I ain't had no time to live my life. I said, man, first chance I get to break free from the plantation, hey, I'm gone. But
Talk
you know,
about it.
hey,
Talk about it.
but But I say that to say at the same time, salute to anybody that works a 9 to 5. Don't get it twisted now. You're gonna provide for your family, you're gonna do what you need. But one of the greatest things I
Yeah,
ever heard,
because everybody's not built for everything. And
yeah,
plus, everybody has a place to play. In a clock, it's a million pieces.
yeah,
And the smallest piece is just as significant as the biggest piece. So it's the same thing with life. It has to be working bees. It got to be the potato. Everybody has their place.
yeah,
And it's not saying that wherever you are is the place you have to stay either. But
yeah.
everybody has their place.
You better
I
bet.
shoot right now. I work a 9 to 5 and I work for myself and I still do everything else I do. Like I need it all. So it just depends on what your life requires and what you're able to do.
Yeah,
However, if you have been, and I will put this out there for those people who have been sitting on something and you've been sitting on that same thing and it keeps coming back around and you just keep sitting on that thing, stop sitting on it because right now, see, this whole time since 2020, I'm gonna think until probably maybe 2024, 2023 is y'all time. Don't keep wasting time now because the time like this, and it's only gonna be for those who gonna catch it. A time such as this is only gonna come now. You're
yeah,
gonna have to wait a while for another time like this to open up.
yeah,
This just is a fact. Everything has its cycle, everything has its season, everything goes in a circle, right? And in certain parts of the circles to get certain things. And when we're in this part, we must take advantage. So whoever is sitting on something, and you've been just sitting on that thing, and you've been sitting on that thing, and you keep getting confirmation to go after that thing, confirmation only you holding you up, stop holding you up. Because only I held me up for that, and still am holding me up for real. Like I don't promote myself like I should. I don't put myself out there like I should. I promote
I was
everybody else, but I don't do that to myself.
I was about to ask you that because a lot of people that I know, in my lane, we talked a little bit. I'm a principal, right? My
Yeah.
teacher, including myself, they're selfless, but they're not good. And I'm not. I'm putting them out there. Best. I put my instructors against any instructors in the world. They hard for their students, woo, but they hard towards themselves. I'm always talking about,
Uh-huh.
and I say it to myself too because I burnt myself out so bad. I had health issues because you know what I'm saying, you wear yourself thin, stressing over other people and all these things. I hear.
Sorry.
But when you say you to overlook yourself and
You said
over
what makes me do it?
no, I said when you say you do, when you say you overlook yourself at times or don't put yourself at first in the past, what's the difference between then and now? Especially when you just said you could still be doing more with your hustle, things like that. Just that question out real quick.
Okay. The difference then was I was so worried about being a people pleaser. Worried about people liking me, worried about people appreciating me, worried about people's opinion, people's perspective to a certain degree. Especially the people who depended on me. But again, now I have changed the trajectory of why I hustle. See, because at first it was everybody, and I never included myself in my hustle, in my purpose or reason for hustle. It never was because of me. It never was to better me, or the betterment of me was the betterment of my children, the betterment of my mother, the betterment of my family. It was never the betterment of me, my house. It was things that were attached to me, yes. But never did I once say, oh, I want to do this because Tierra want this. Never, not once. Now, when I make my plans and I think about it, I think about me because I'm the main piece of the puzzle. The other things don't get fed properly if I'm not the one feeding them, right? So I had to realize that I had to put myself first, and the different mindset is stepping out of people and really just putting myself first for real. So it's a lot of things that I'm learning because this is new. Like that's why I've been pushing this newness, the new thing, new beginning, because this is exactly what it has been for me. Um,
I think you know what I
Not
think.
dimming my light because I always go ahead.
Oh, I ain't mean to cut, but you know what I think it is. I would say another thing for us is after we've given so much, it's still a process for us to get all the way into the groove of putting ourselves first. It's like we got to build ourselves up
Yeah.
because you can easily. I don't know about you. I'll be like, man, I'm about to focus on me, and next thing I know, I'm helping. such and such. I gotta catch myself. And you know what I'm saying? And that kind of delays my. That's like you could do more. I know I could do more. You know what I'm saying? And I know what I need to do, but my heart, like my mind is telling me, hey, stay on the mission. But my heart's like, hey, you know they need help. You can help them. And I think that's the plight sometimes, man. You know?
I think it's about finding that good balance in between and knowing how to help. Like somebody, it's funny that you said that. I was talking to somebody earlier today, my friend earlier today, and she was telling me about how now, because we were talking about how like I used to say I was an empath, but I no longer say that anymore. I'm empathetic, but I no longer claim that because there's a lot that comes with that. That means you taking on everybody's stuff, and that was a problem for me too. I was letting people misuse me because I was offering too much of myself with no boundaries, right? So, and learning how to have boundaries and learning that help, right? Stop offering your help. Let people ask you for help because it's a two-way process. It's a process for them to humble themselves and get out of their pride to ask for the help, and it's a grower for you to see that somebody need help, but wait for them to ask because if they don't ask you, obviously they either don't need it, don't want it from you, or already got some other way to get it. Because you cannot be feel away. Because I know that was me. I wanted to be Captain Save a Hole. And then let me say this on a spiritual realm. Jesus' job is to come back and save the people. I am not him. I am not here to save the people. I'm supposed to help the people, but I used to want to save everybody. You cannot save people unless you're saved
What they call it?
yourself.
God complex, something like that.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
everybody,
That's exactly what it's called.
everybody's not doing it with wrong intent. It's just we look up and we start panicking because we see people going through stuff we've been through, or we feel like we can give a piece of advice or give a lending hand, and it's just, man, it gets tricky. But I want to
It does.
I want to transition into something. I'm gonna do something I've done with a few of the guests. I'm gonna say a word, and I
Okay.
just want you to tell me whatever thoughts, you know what I'm saying, and apply, you know what I'm saying, to this word or statement. Cool? All right. So
Okay. I'm ready.
the first one is peace.
I control my peace.
How so?
Peace is within. Peace is not an external thing. So if your peace is disrupted easily by external things, you really don't have peace. You have what you want to say, momentary silence, I guess, in your life. Because true peace cannot really be disturbed by outside influences for real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Peace is understanding that things are gonna happen, and you can't control what's outside, but you can control. They say the
Your
short.
response.
My mentor, man, shout out to Freddie Williams. I forgot how he says it. I'm a butcher it, but he says the shortest distance between, I don't know, the shortest and greatest distance of impact is the space between your ears. That when you can control your mind, your thoughts, then you can go as far as you want. But if you can't, then you're gonna come up short. And I butcher.
Fact.
I'm gonna get him to come up here. He's up here. Matter of fact, he's up here tomorrow, 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. But
Okay, I'll make sure I check that out.
yeah, I'm gonna get him to break that. But peace is definitely for me. I'm learning because I had to go through a period of learning self-care. I go to therapy once a week. I feel like I might be one of them guys to go every for the rest of my life just because my life is I'm active and I deal with a lot of people and I've been through my traumas. So I just, salute to anybody that may be thinking about it. Hey, it's not a bad idea for real. Um,
No, it's
but
not.
yeah, peace for me is self-care, is checking the things that I can check so the outside world doesn't have an opportunity to check me with it. So, um,
Fact.
next word, freedom.
Ah, ooh, freedom is a three-part. Some people are free physically, but bound mentally and spiritually. Some people are free on the opposite end and unfree in the opposite end. So I think freedom is All these words I'm going with within. Freedom is within. Freedom can be an outward thing as well, because you can lack freedom outwardly as well, or have freedom outwardly as well. But free is, I think, if we just free ourselves, right? Truth is a part of freedom to me. Because if we start walking in our truths more and being more truthful, we will be more freer. Because it says the truth shall set you free. People say that a lot, but we don't live it. It's very simple. It's a very simple precept, but it's very heavy. If we walk in our truths, right, the truth shall set you free. But a lot of us are in bondage because we choose not to walk in our truths, because a lot of us don't want to be accountable. A lot of us don't want to be free, because a lot of us like to be victims. Let's really understand that. Some people like to be slaves. I talked about this a little while ago on my show. This is one of the reasons somebody asked me, why did some of the slaves still say slaves? Why
Let-
do you think, baby? The same reason why some of us are still slaves.
You know what?
Because go ahead.
This I'm not the control, and I'm gonna let you go. I told him, I said, man, sometimes I wish I was still ignorant, because once I started opening my eyes, I felt I was responsible then, because I couldn't deny what I saw and what I knew.
Come on.
I'm,
Facts.
I'm late to that.
No, you facts. And that's the same. And you know what? It is so interchangeable. Because that is the same reason why slaves stay slaves, because of comfortability. The same reason why we don't change and we stay mediocre when we could be superb. Why? Because comfortability. The reason why a lot of street hustlers never elevate their hustle. Because why? Comfortability. The reason why a lot of people don't go out for that promotion. Comfortability. Comfortability is the reason. See, comfortability, we have been taught to become comfortable. No, you don't never really want to be comfortable, baby. Because when you're comfortable, you're going to be uncomfortable quick. That's why
Like,
evolution is a must. But go ahead. I went too far. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. You definitely good. It's just crazy because I'm no, we in the same place. Let me ask you this real quick. Because you're speaking on some things real quick, and then I'm gonna throw another word out there, but it kind of pertains to it. Um, do you feel, when it comes to the laws, and I don't want to necessarily go into the Roe versus Wade, but anything that's been going on, the climate of the country, do you feel, as a black woman in 2022, do you feel free in this country? We know what you said. Freedom comes from
No,
within. Okay.
I feel free because I walk in my truths, right?
Yeah.
However, do I feel free like as a black woman in society? No. Because we are held hostage and in bondage. I'm mad of black women in this time. It's a very heartbreaking and sad thing. Like being a black woman in 2022, man.
I feel like y'all been through hands down the most. Because I feel like, and this is me on behalf for the real ones, the real man that's gonna speak. Not only do y'all catch it from everybody else, y'all catch it from us, and we supposed to be
Yeah,
protected. And that's just you know what I'm saying. Even myself, like, I had to grow into the understanding, like, bro, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Because my daddy, my uncles, they had taught me a certain way. But when I looked up and I started really understanding my mother and what she was saying to me, and really hindsight, seeing some of the things she suffered through, and you know what I mean, then I was like, oh nah. And I almost
yeah.
became my stomach. But that's why I asked you that question, because I feel like y'all are targeted the most. And unfortunately, in a lot, you might be targeted by us the most, which is crazy. But
It
yeah,
is. It's hard. That's why a lot of women are lost right now. And that's why these children are suffering from it.
yeah,
Because we are still human beings. And we
yeah.
still got feelings and emotions and needs and everything. And everybody is not that strong. Everybody's mind space is not, everybody's not connected to the right source. See, it's so many multiple factors when it comes to anything that deep, and I won't even touch it no more. But me, individual, as an individual, yes, I feel free. As a group of, like in a group of black women, no, I don't feel free.
Hmm. Yeah. 20. We were talking about 2020 earlier. 2020, I came home, riots kicked off in the midst of COVID, and I
Mm,
in building here in Atlanta was getting burnt or whatever, and then the next day down there protesting. And even coming home, I expected to feel free when I left prison, but here I am protesting, something I believed in, but I got the Army National Guard, and I realized I was like, man, it's all an illusion. And I'm gonna tell you something else that you said about freedom being within, and why I agree with that 1,000%. Um, I thought things would be different when I came home, but it seems like people are angrier out here and more agitated and filled more with anxiety and worry and depression out here than they were in prison, which is weird. I did not expect if it's not
mhm,
more than they rival each other. I really thought people would be more grateful when I came home to society. And it seems almost like for me, it seems almost things like technology and stuff might be
mhm,
evolving, but us as people interacting, respect, stuff like that, it seems like we're basically devolving. And it's just an ill feeling, man. When you look up and you start wondering what's going on, why you can't say hello to a person, why you can't, ask politely to grab something if somebody's standing in the grocery store in front of a shelf. Just different things, man. The things that used to be normal in, I'll say, 2003, the early 2000s, the 1990s, they just don't seem normal here in 2022. I mean, it's just weird. And I evolving, man, for the most part. Hopefully not. Hopefully things turn around. 2023 is what, 3 months away. Hopefully things shift. I don't even want to get into
But
politics.
you know, excuse me not to cut you off, but you know, a lot of that had to do with the spiritual awakening that was coming in about. We were dealing with things higher than just flesh and bones and principalities. We was dealing with things at high places like Kenya. And I don't know if people been paying attention about all the celestial phenomena that been happening, but it's nothing by chance. Like this has been an awakening time, and it's been a spiritual warfare. So that's why you were seeing so much wickedness as well as so much uprising of the spiritual man and or the spiritual beings. They are uplifting. So I guess it's always gonna be that balance. So when you're getting a lot of good, a lot of bad is gonna come, and when a lot of bad comes, it's gonna produce a lot of good. I think it's just like a wake up call for people in a spiritual aspect, and that selfish spirit had to come over the world first to see where people really stood and to waken people up. Because it's sad, but we are a reactive people. Things have to happen first for us to react. So yeah, but I really agree. I hope that things do get better soon because
2020,
but either way I trust that God got it all under control.
yeah, first and
And that's a
foremost.
fact too.
Yeah, first and foremost, definitely. You know what I'm saying? I was joking with my homeboy. I said, even if we got to get in a big boat, you know what I'm saying, and it rain, we're gonna trust his plan. But I just wonder. I know my perspective, my point of view in society, the ex-felon, but I wonder about the 16-year-old kid. I wonder about the 23-year-old single mom. I wonder about, what I'm saying? I just wonder about everybody else's perspectives, the stresses they got, the fears they got in 2022, the worries, inflation, rumors of war, different sicknesses. You can't watch the news. You should never. I feel like the news is, it is what it
But the
is.
news ain't nothing but they soapbox. They tell feed you whatever they want to feed you.
That's it.
They feed you the destruction because let's understand news ain't even like it used to be. It's really not even live no more. And there's a purpose for that because they can deliberately feed you what they want to feed you. how they want to feed it to you, when they want to feed it to you. Because this things that go on in cities all the time that never make the news. Never. Because it's not pushing the agenda.
You all the time. I'm gonna tell you one of the things that's barely in the media. The only reason it's in on the internet for real is because of us. Is and I don't even know if you heard it or not. Is the Brett Favre thing? He stole like $5 million in welfare money from the people of Mississippi to build a stadium for his daughter's sports team. These are the things they barely talk about that, but they talk about
Yeah.
they talk about what they want to talk about, man. It's just pick and choose. But let me
Oh,
switch it up. Let me switch it up for a second. I want to talk about the podcast real quick.
okay.
I want to talk about TSpills. Tell us about some of the guests, memorable moments, how long you've been grinding. And shout out to Power by Virginia. They somebody reached out to me and was like, "Yo, you need to get with them." I was like, "Man, I'm in the A, but hey, I'm connected to y'all, man. Powered by Atlanta, man. I'm gonna start."
That's right. You connected.
But tell us all about it, man. Give us what we need to know for real.
Okay, well, Two Skills a podcast comes on every Wednesday at 6 p.m. On Power by Virginia Network. Big shout outs to Live people. Mhm. I've been doing Two Skills for almost 2 years now. It might be two. Hold on. It's going on 2 years. It's just a place I wanted to create, a platform I wanted to create to promote growth, healing, awareness, knowledge, because I felt like we've been taught wrong, whether it was out of fear, whether it was out of ignorance, whether it was out of lack of, just taught wrong. So I felt like it was my job and my responsibility to bring that awareness and that knowledge and information. When you're talking about people not catching on, wow. When I first started, like I reached out to everybody around me. Maybe only a handful of people responded back. So that's why at first, my first couple of shows, like my first 10 shows, I probably had 3 regular people and the rest of them were artists. Because all my other friends was like, yeah, let's use this opportunity to promote. But all of my other friends was just like, girl, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing about that. I'm not, whatever. They were slow to catch on. And it was kind of discouraging at first. So after a while of getting rejected, I just kind of just did my own thing for a while. If I had a guest, I had a guest. If not, I was gonna come talk to the people because I always got something to say.
Yeah.
So, as it document grew, people caught on, people didn't. It was an in and out. Some of my most memorable guests, next two, they came all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina, to come see me. That was dope.
That's fire.
My pastor, he was one of my first guests. That was dope. My childhood friend, TMG Lala, that was dope. I got Show Flocka to come on my show. That was dope.
I told you we got a lot of the same
Be
people.
looking out for the new movies he got coming out. Look at him on Tubi or Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love the connections. Monique Yesenia, she's really dope. She's the one who honored me for my Queen's Award. I got podcast of the year.
Shout out to Miss
Uh,
Monique, man. Shout out to Miss Monique. She does a lot of she does a lot of work, man.
Reentry.
Yeah, the work that matters. The first time I met her, I was locked up, incarcerated, St. Bride's. She came through and emceed an event for us, a couples event, couples seminar. And man, years later hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying? And this is another person, man. Again, salute to anybody that, despite what they go through, man, they still on their mission, man. So salute to Miss Monique, man, and salute to
Yes, big shout out to Miss Monique Yesenia.
yeah, definitely, man.
She is super dope. I really, really love building with her. Really being able to meet with her. And that came from networking. Really, I do want to say this one thing. every time you are somewhere, network. Networking is so underrated, but it is so pivotal to your trajectory of wherever you're going. Connections are everything. I'm so lonely for real. However, I have learned that networking is a tool.
Yep.
The more you network, you never know where you might network with a person. Just like me reaching out to Mr. Chris here, networking is dope. And we network, and you have to maintain the connection. Because this has not been no, I've been knowing her for what? How long now? About 2 years?
Man, it's been yeah. I mean, as long as I've been on Facebook, it feel like yeah. That's about how long I've been up there.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you that good. What you say?
Oh, I said yeah, but that's about how long I've been on Facebook, yo.
Yeah, so that, connections are everything. And I just say, just keep doing whatever it is that's been setting you to do. I'm a great talker. I want to do more than just my podcast. I like to host events. I like to bartend. I want to be a motivational speaker. Because I do that anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say you.
Um, I like working with people. I want to work with the youth, the parents, the mothers. I just think it's so much to do. It's so much for anybody to do, even including if you work a 9 to 5, or you have another hustle, or you have another business.
Networking, hands down, has it's helped me accomplish everything I've been able to accomplish since I've been in Atlanta. Shout out to Atlanta. Atlanta's got this stuff. Outsiders they say what they say, but they really don't know. People come to Atlanta for a reason, man. It's the Black Metropolis. There's a
Yeah,
lot of people of color come down here, and one thing I love about down here, everybody give each other the game. Everybody network. Um, I can tell you a couple of a quick story. At the school, this lady comes in. We never seen her before, but we open to the public for services. Shout out to Last and Layers of Beauty Institute. I'm a shameless plug my school. But our students are fire. And this lady comes in. We ain't never seen her. She gets her hair done, and she comes up at the end to pay for her stuff. She says, "Hey, by the way, I'm a newscaster. I go on at 6 p.m. at Channel 2, CBS. I'm gonna shout your school out. You know, free promo because all we did we just took care of her, man. To anybody that's watching this, take care of people, and you
yep,
will be okay. You don't
yep,
have to have you don't even have to have the best product. You don't have to reinvent the
nope,
wheel. That's not to say don't try to have the best product, but I'm just saying nowadays if you just take care of people, people will buy into your vision, your product, because that's what leadership is. Leadership is not having people serve you; it's serving the people around you.
come
Take care
on.
of people, network, you good. We fought. And I'll give you one more quick one because I like to give people real life scenarios to add on to your point. We fought for this student. She got booted from another school down here in Atlanta, but it was foul. You know what I'm saying? Had to make some calls, and we were able to get the young lady's transcripts, and she was able to come to our program, graduate. We fought for her. She graduated. This young lady was viral on TikTok. We had no idea. And when we fought for her, she did one little post, and now you got, oh, hey, I want to sign up for you. Just take care. You never know who you're entertaining. The Bible said you could be
Yep,
entertaining. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing. You could be entertaining angels. You could be in the presence of. You don't know who you're gonna be in the presence of, and what form you come in. You know what I'm saying? So just take care of people, network. And then I want to add on to that too, because we talking about this hustle thing real quick. There's no perfect time.
nope.
There's no perfect time. If you a hustler, and I don't even care where you. I was gonna say if you from the hood. I'm from the hood, but you don't. I don't care where
I'm
you from.
from the
Right. Especially if you from the hood, but it don't matter where you from. But especially if you from the hood, go and figure it out the same way you did all them other days and nights. The same
facts.
way because the thing is, you already got the tools, but just like TSpills, I'm gonna bring it back because I listen. She said in 2020 she already had the tool, but in 2020 she was put in a position where she had to go. You know what I'm saying? sometimes you got to put yourself, you got to jump in the water and see if you can swim. Just jump.
Talk about it.
Because if you fail and you miss, you still learn. And then when you
Yep.
go the next time, which would have been the first time because you was procrastinating anyway, now you got a little bit more knowledge and wisdom to apply to the situation. I ain't
Facts.
gonna,
Come on.
I ain't gonna keep. Hey, let me ask you this: do you get discouraged hustling? Do you get discouraged building your brand? Do you ever? Do
Most
you?
definitely.
Okay.
But see that the point is you're gonna get discouraged. Like you say, it's no perfect time. Life is gonna always come. It's just about getting up, brushing the dirt off you, and going back out there with what you've learned. See, that's the whole point. He said the key. He said that he gave y'all a whole gem. I don't know if y'all paying attention to that. He said when you learned the lesson from not swimming, and you apply that to the next thing. So it's about everything in life. Whatever you failed in, whatever you didn't turn out the way you expected the first time, the turnout didn't come out great. Listen, most all the famous people, Bill Gates, I think he built how many things before he got that one computer right?
Oh man, yeah,
How many no's did he hear?
man,
If you are easily discouraged,
yeah,
and I'm talking about not feeling discouraged, but discouraged to the point where you stop,
yeah.
you might need to
I was going.
rethink, is this really for you? Because this is not for the faint or weak at heart, baby. This is for you got to be built for it tough. Because baby, you gonna have to you you gotta you your own boss, right? Especially your own boss. You gotta supply, you gotta furnish it, you gotta use everything. You the means, the ends, the everything. So if you easily off your game, 1 or 2 no's or 5 no, listen, I have been out here and sold no food one day.
Yeah,
And then I had to give all the food away to the homeless people. Do you hear me?
yeah,
But I got right back up the next day and went right back out there. And I sold out. I had to go make some more. You cannot let one no or one bad day. That's a part of business.
yeah. You
You
gotta
gotta
keep going.
anticipate the bad day. You
Yeah,
gotta anticipate the day. You gotta already know in your mind that one of these days ain't gonna be it.
ride
And
the
you gotta
wave.
be well with it. And you just gotta keep showing up. I say that all the time. That's all I do. I just keep showing
Always
up.
there.
If it don't look right, I just keep showing up. He gonna take the rest of the steps. You just gotta do the first thing, baby.
Right. Hey, go. I think that's what I learned in 2022 or 2021 was just go. That's when I learned. In December of 2021, I quit my job. I turned down. I worked hard, man, but they were killing me. And you know, a job will kill you. A job will pay you to never
Yeah.
chase your own dreams. And I could not get that out of my head. And they came to me and they offered me a promotion, and I respectfully declined. And before I could push up the rest of the way from the chair, they offered me another promotion, and I turned that one down too, because it
That was
was
the
like
trap.
I just seen where my life was going, and then I was like, no, I want to go this way. I want to be brave enough. And then I finally took the leap. Did I get beat up? Have I got beat up on the way? Oh, yeah. Am I stronger for anybody or any brave explorer definitely achieve the same things other people have with sometimes less than what you got right now. Like for real. Some people got saying you ain't in the mud, but some people got it from beneath the mud. Nelson Mandela, I was reading about Nelson Mandela did 27 years in penitentiary, came home, was the president of a country. Man.
We look. The problem is we worry about too much of the end result instead of just enjoying the journey.
Yeah, yeah,
I just enjoy the journey, man. I don't expect, and what I mean by this, I have expectations, but I don't have expectations. I think sometimes we go too we put too much energy into the expectation. So that's why we don't really get to enjoy the process. And I think that the process is where the real whatever comes from. Everything comes from the process. The learning comes from the process. Everything comes from the process. So I feel like if we stop just trying to see what is it gonna be when it's over, and just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, enjoy the whatever, it would be much, much better on us. But we have to just learn how to enjoy the process. I think we had some more technical difficulties, y'all. I don't know if y'all can hear me on that. I know my mouth looks sideways, y'all. Chris. I think we had some technical difficulties. But it's been really dope talking to y'all on 100 TV. Boop, boop. I'm waiting for him to come back though. I'm up here looking all in my face, y'all. Sorry. I got some cold or something. I want these ass. That's why I'm looking at it. Look. But yeah, he's so dope, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all always stay tapped in and tuned in to the 100 TV. Cause I'm telling you, baby, he's something spectacular. This ain't even the end for him. This is only the beginning. He got so much great things in store. He had a good heart, man.
Hey,
And God bless those people with good hearts. For
technical
sure.
difficulty Wednesdays.
Huh.
This is all the technical. Hey, I don't know what's going on with the technical difficulties. Thank you for holding it
Oh,
down.
I held you down while you were gone.
I'm trying to figure out, I got kicked off my own stream. I'm like, dang, they still on there. Because I'm looking at my other. I said, I got to get back on there. Um, Let me bring this
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't get kicked off.
Let me bring this. Why it's live though. In case y'all don't, this we live for real. Um, we got to redo this though. Not redo it, but we got to do. Hello.
We got to do what?
We got to do
Do it
this.
again?
Yeah, we got to do this again.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, Dale. Let me know already.
Got-
Hey. Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
Let me know. Let me know when we can reschedule, man. Before we go, we got all the. I don't know what's going on with everything, but anything we need to know about you. And thank you again for hopping up here, dealing with the technical difficulties. Shout out to anybody that's watching, viewing the content, man. Definitely appreciate y'all bearing
Sure.
with that. And again, anybody follow TSpills on Facebook at TSpills and Mills and lock in with her at Power by Virginia, Truth Wednesdays, TSpills. But tell us anything else we need to know, man. Anything the world need to know before we go.
Well, check out the Monique Yesenia re-entry awards. It's October the 23rd. So get you a ticket if you are in Virginia. It's gonna be in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Woo woo. I think I have some upcoming events coming up, but they weren't really finalized. I don't have dates. So just stay on my page, check out the content. My show's coming on at 6 p.m. So make sure you tap in, tune in, grab a cup and pull up, baby. You know. Um, I don't know. I don't really have. Oh, I'm always out mobile Monday through Sunday with your breakfast or lunch needs. You can inbox me. You can Instagram me on TSpills_meals on Instagram. TSpills and meals on Facebook. TSpills the podcast on YouTube. I don't know. I used to promote. Look, I'm used to doing everybody else promotion. Look, oh, hit me up for any hosting, bartending, speaking events. You can inbox me, email me at tiaraprovide@gmail.com. Yeah, like I'm just open, man. I'm just ready to receive that all God has for me. I'm just ready to be what all He wants me to be for real. Like without being in my own way this time. That's what we're trying.
I told you we on the same path. We could talk. The next one we could talk all about. Do an hour and 15 minutes on that right there alone.
I
Getting out.
know, right? Look, I already knew this was gonna be. I knew this could be like a 3-hour session because we got a lot we could talk about. Because I be listening to your dialogue, like you got a
Yeah.
lot of information. So there's a lot of questions I got for you too. So we might have to flip this up and get you on the TSpills giant too. So we got 3 times. So that means that'd be 3 hours.
Hey, whatever.
That'd be three
Hey,
hours.
I'm with it. We do a mashup, whatever it is. I'm with.
I'm
Thank
with everything. Look, me too. So just let me know whenever you want me to come back, because I definitely am gonna come back.
you. Yeah, message me. Let me know what day. That's how we're gonna do that. We're gonna lock you right back in.
Okay, I'm with it.
Bet. And then,
I'm with it.
but I'm gonna reach out to Miss Monique too. I'm gonna reach. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna because she got a lot of good things to say, man.
Oh yeah, she dope. She extra dope.
Yeah, she
She
fine.
got so many years in so many fields and just all her experiences, and yeah, she's super dope.
Yeah, definitely, man. But
They call her the modern day Harriet Tubman.
yeah, yeah. She done freed a couple good brothers. That's all I'm gonna say. But
For sure.
that's when you know you really doing work, man. Hey,
Yeah.
not unlike any other work because all work is important. Everybody can't be the spoke.
Yeah.
Some people rim, but when you freeing people up out there, people that's never supposed to be coming home, yeah, you got my vote all day. So
Daggone
yeah,
right. That is monumental.
yeah. But salute to you, Queen. Salute to everybody else. No salute to the technical difficulties on a Wednesday. I don't know what it was about today. That's the first time. It was a good one though. Regardless, that's the message. Despite technical difficulties that life throws at you, keep going.
Come on.
Keep
And that's
going.
probably why I'm the guest for it. Cause my life always got technical difficulties.
Brought, brought the technical difficulties over it.
I'm sorry I brought my technical difficulties with me. I ain't mean it.
Hey, you let me on your show. I'm gonna bring some technical difficulties on back. That's how. All right, man. Hey, the next
It
time,
has definitely
y'all.
been an honor, King. I really appreciate you. Y'all better keep watching this guy. Don't you sleep on this man. This man got a lot going on. He got a lot to say. He can lead you to great places if you only let him. So y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in and tuned in to the 100 TV.
Appreciate you. And on that note, I'm gone. Let's go.
All right. Y'all